This is Gervonta Davis, your fifth pro boxing fans, joined by Jalil Major Hackett, who makes his Matchroom debut this weekend in Philadelphia. Jalil, how you doing first of all, and how excited are you for Saturday night?
I'm doing well, and I'm very, very excited for Saturday night. Uh, it feels like, new start, new beginnings.
So I saw an interview, I think you did it with Fight Hype before you signed with Matchroom, and you were like, there's Matchroom, there's Jake Paul, there's Tank Davis's promotion team. Like these were the top three guys you were looking at, and then you chose Matchroom. So why Eddie and Matchroom?
It was all about, for me, it was about opportunity and, proof of growth, I guess, or I guess I don't know how to word it. It was one of those situations where I was like, all right, where can I go where I know for sure I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna further my career to get me steps closer to becoming a world champion. And after, crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's, I feel like Eddie and Matchroom was the best move.
Now, I also saw you said that you had a conversation with Boots Ennis, father trainer Jaron Boots Ennis, who you're fighting on his undercard. What was that conversation like, and did that kind of convince you that this was the right place for you?
Yeah, that conversation was really like simple. It was me reaching out for advice on what I should do next as far as my moves. And he said, man, he actually said this like not too long after he signed. He was like, bro, like if you want to further your career, come to Matchroom. And I was like, man, I'm trusting your word. You ain't steer me wrong yet. So that's how we here.
Obviously, Saturday night, we're going to see you in action on a big card. Just for fans who may not have seen you fight yet, especially in the UK, what can they expect? Obviously, you got a good knockout ratio already, but yeah, what can fans expect?
Another explosive win, whether it be a early knockout, a late knockout, or old fashioned 10-round beatdown, y'all gonna get a hell of a performance out of me and y'all gonna be begging to see me fight as soon as possible after this fight Saturday night.
You got Pete Dobson on Saturday, who we saw give Conor Ben a good fight in February. Did you watch the fight, and what do you think of him?
Yeah, I seen the fight with him and Connor. I feel like he gave Connor a good fight for like, the first half of the first round and for spurts here and there, but for the most part I feel like Connor dominated every round and he beat him easy.
Is there a case that you want to kind of do a better job than Ben did? Like maybe obviously you feel like you're going to stop him, but is it in the back of your mind thinking you can make a real statement here to the welterweight division?
Yeah, I feel like, I will do a much better job than Connor Benn did. And with me doing a much better job than he did, it will make a huge statement in the welterweight division.
You're only I think 21 years old, so you've got a lot of time on your side and things like that. Is it the plan just to try and get into world title contention as quickly as possible? Or are you just sort of happy to get these wins under your belt?
It's a fine line in between both of those things that you said. Yes, we're trying to get in contention as soon as possible, but I also am happy to be fighting. You know, my last situation, I wasn't really fighting as much as I should. So I'm happy with this new situation with Matchroom, that I'll just, be active.
Hmm. Obviously, you're fighting on Boots' card in Philadelphia. This is his homecoming fight. Do you feel like with this signing, you can headline yourself in? I think believe you're from Washington, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So is it the plan maybe next year or so to headline there?
Yeah, it would be real nice, to headline my own card in DC, you know, kind of do the same thing that Boost did. He's coming home, to headline his own card. He got some of his guys on this card. And it's also a very good card as well. So, I would love to do something like that at home.
Talk to me about the main event, Ennis against Avanesyan. How do you think it's going to go?
I think it'll really give Boots a chance to dig into his bag a little bit more. Avanesyan is a very tough opponent for him. He's not going to be easy, but that's also going to give him a chance to, you know, go deeper in his bag and show why like people think he should be like that pound for pound top guy.
And if he comes through this, do you think you want to see a fight between him and Crawford?
Yeah, I think it can happen potentially down the line. I know I would really want to watch it.
And then just wanted to get your opinion. A lot of people talking about Shakur Stevenson, who I believe will be ringside on Saturday. What did you think of his fight on the weekend? If you got a chance to see it.
I didn't watch the whole fight. I caught like bits and pieces of it. I was just coming home from the gym when he fought.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I feel like he's a very defensive fighter. He knows how to win, I guess we could say, and it isn't always the most entertaining, but he went out there and got the job done. I feel like the past few fights he's been catching a lot of slack because the I guess the fights are boring, but you know to the fans they may be boring, but like to a boxing eye, like he's winning. So you know,
Have you ever sparred him, Shakur?
yeah, we used to spar a lot. When he was training with K Corona and in Virginia. That was like when I was like 14, 15. But yeah, well, we haven't sparred since then.
So obviously, you've sparred Tank as well. How do you think a Tank Shakur fight would go?
I like Tank in the later rounds by knockout, like probably like 8 or 9.
Because a lot of people think Shakur maybe has enough defense, enough skill to evade that, but you still think you'd catch up to him?
Yeah, as Tank showed us in the last fight with Frank Martin, it only takes one. You know, the fight was a very good fight all the way until it wasn't. He caught him and it was over.
You just a couple more, and then we'll finish up. You mentioned K Coroma, great coach in Vegas. Is you training with him now? Like, what's your training setup at the moment?
Right now I'm training at home. My gym is not too far from where I live in Washington, D.C. It's in Temple Hills, Maryland. Round 15 boxing gym. I train there with my dad. My dad trains me. Uh, so just been grinding.
Cool. Jalil, appreciate your time. Tell everyone where to follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram at Jalil_Hackett, Twitter, Jalil Hackett, and Facebook, Jalil Major Hackett.
Jalil, good luck this weekend, this Saturday, live on DAZN. And yeah, hopefully speak to you soon. Appreciate it.
Definitely, I appreciate you for having me.